let me start. I want to start with the relationship between the platforms. This is one thing that is really important in terms of Dub Studio, which is recording videos, and then Dub Agent, which is the AI tool that enables you to do what you want to do, as we say, do the doing. So let me share my screen and let's see. Jim, I just saw your technical question. Yeah, if you want to pop that, Jim, just pop it in the chat, and then we're gonna have. I can get that right over to the team. Just pop it in there. That way, when we have Darius coming in here in a little bit, he knows everything about the platform, and Ina being here there as well. So just pop that in there, and then we'll be able to address that as we kind of move forward. That'd be great. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. Okay, so let me start by doing this. Let me share my screen here, and I want to talk about the relationship between two parts of Dub being making up one personality of what it is. So let me share my screen here, and let's take a look at this. Okay, so when we think about Dub, we think about Dub Studio. This is Dub Studio right here. And Dub Studio is all about recording videos, setting them out, people clicking on them, going to landing pages, booking times in calendar, actions, uploading your contacts. This is really kind of your central hub, for anything in terms of recording and any and all CRM capabilities. Then we have a little drop down right here, and that goes to Dub Agent, which you can see right here. And Dub Agent, when you click on here, brings you to this dashboard, which is your AI powerhouse in terms of being able to do the doing, as we like to say. So these two are interconnected, and I'll show you what that means in a moment. But when we begin and we talk about breaking through the noise, we want to be able to do this in a very effective way. Now, one of the ways to do this is you need to come up with your hook. Okay, we talk about this all the time. It's probably the most important topic in terms of trying to get something that makes sense when someone sees something to want to click on it, whether it's a referral, whether it's cold, whether it's warm, whatever the scenario is, there's always got to be a hook. So what we recommend doing is whatever AI tool that you're using, whether you're using Grok, Gemini, Claude, any of the tools that are out there, Dub Agent, which I'm going to show you has the ability to do this, you want to tell the AI what your industry is and who the folks that you're looking for. What is the ICP? Give that nice description. And I'll show you why that's important because of this. So inside Dub Agent here, this is always where you chat. Now, here's an example with Dub Agent of me asking for some hooks, 3 to 5 word hooks. Look at what I've typed right here. This is the ICP, and I want some 3 to 5 word short phrases that I can use. So I'm telling Dub Agent to give me these phrases, and they're all listed right here. You can see them right here listed out. Now, I could give direction back to Dub Agent and say, you know what, I want you to do this. I want you to make some changes. Maybe I want a little more FOMO, a little more action, a little more humor to it. Whatever my notes would be, I could ask for that. But notice when Dub Agent gave me these lists of hooks that I want, that it also gave me a pro tip, and it also gave me 3 next steps that are logically going to make sense to take things forward. Okay. Now that would be, do you want a 45-second full script with 3 hooks? Do you want to build a 5 touch point follow-up sequence? How about your calendar availability? All of these are really important things. But to show the process here, educate your AI, in this case, Dub Agent, on your ICP, get your hooks, and now decide what kind of video do you want to record. And that's what Dub Studio is all about. So when we look at the different kinds of videos that we can record, now that we have our 3 to 5 word hook, you can see this one here has got 3 words, 3 to 5 words, and nice and punchy. But now we can record our video. This was done with a webcam, holding up the Dubb mobile app, Dubb, the Dubb app, has a whiteboard feature where I can type, and I'm holding up that hook. Now, you'll also notice that that hook is right up here in the subject line as well. You can use one or the other or the same. You get a whole bunch of them you can use. But the whole point is getting someone here to here. Now, this is recorded basic webcam recorder. These are fantastic for the messaging directly right there. You can see the hook. It's right in front of someone's face. It's right from your computer, very direct. This style right here, your webcam recording. Now, you also can decide from this very same webcam, you can do something where you can have an image behind you as a screenshot, or you can drop a video behind you as well. And notice in this case, I'm not holding the hook because I feel that that is strong enough to be the hook. So if you feel if that screenshot or video behind you is strong enough to elicit a click, then just reference, turn back, come right back to the camera. Something as simple as that can work very, very well. Whether it's in real estate, whatever industry you're in, it's a web shot, website behind you, a screenshot of an action someone took, a property, an article, whatever it is, that can be strong enough to click. Now you can do a combo deal where you can have in the background the context that is necessary, the image or the video, and then have the hook right in front. So you can do the combination of both of these things. It's just how creative do you want to get with it? So these are very powerful right from your webcam. Now you also have screen recording videos. These are really great for any kind of walkthrough that you want to show someone. This in particular was done with the Dubb Chrome extension. It's a browser-based screen recorder. Just Google Dubb Chrome extension, three-step process to pin it right up here in your browser. And then you can put yourself on top of anything within the browser. Now, in this case, notice that I'm right next to the title of this market forecast. I have some annotations pointing towards the bubble, and I am holding up that additional hook that we just talked about. Because if you send someone a link to a market forecast, yeah, they can read it through, but the whole point of sending them the video is you have your take because of your expertise on the market forecast. So what is that hook, right? In this case, I said there's been a big change going on here. So this is where you can apply the hook inside the bubble, put yourself on top of something important within your browser. If you're reaching out on LinkedIn, this is a great way to do it. Put yourself right on their profile. And this works really, 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 really well. Now, there's also another screen recorder that you can use, and that is the Dubb desktop app. Now, the desktop app is different because this is like a little drone that flies over your top of your computer screen. It can land on anything. Whereas the Dubb Chrome extension we just talked about is browser-based. This can go on top of whatever you want. So just Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC, and it's got some other cool functionality on it. Notice how I'm pushed in closer here on this site. That's cropping. The Dubb desktop app, you can crop around things. You can do a landscape orientation. You can do vertical portrait for social media. You can record in clips that you merge together into one video. You can leverage the power of a pre-recorded video called Dubb Narrator. Record a video once, put it on top of anything. So both of these screen recorders, Dubb Chrome extension and Dubb desktop app, give you the power of showing off what you're going to show because these 3-second animated previews, when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. And that is one of the most important things you can do because you're getting a preview. It's like a trailer of the movie before the movie, unless the movie trailer doesn't show you too much. But there, and they're going to want to click. That's what this is all about. Now, the last way to record is going to be with the Dubb mobile app. Now, you have some different simple styles here. So this one right here works very well over the years. Something simple as typing your hook on the screen, moving it around with little emoji wherever you want it. Something simple, just like we did with the webcam. Works very well just like that. You also can do something that looks like this. You can do a virtual background behind you. Screenshot an image, screenshot a video, put it on your phone, put it behind you, add some text, and now you get that same feel that we had from the webcam as well, right from your mobile. The last way to record on the mobile, this is pretty unique. So this is picture in picture. Now this uses both cameras on the phone, pretty much tailor-made for property walkthroughs in real estate. If you're in real estate, this is awesome. You can explain what's in front of you and show your reaction to what's happening. Really, really cool. Now, if you are not in real estate, if you're doing any kind of local prospecting, great for that. Record outside of the business, have a little commentary, send it to the contact that you have, walk inside, say, hey, I just sent you an email. Like, oh, whoa, there's a video. That's pretty cool. It'll stand out. If you're at a conference or an event, you want to record the crowd, you want to walk around, talk to folks, interview some folks, you can do that. Post it as a social post, do it as a video newsletter. If you're sitting right in front of your computer, take the Dubb mobile app, turn it on, pull up something you want to show, lean into your computer, it's showing your face and you at the same time. That's a great visual. All of this is the point of whatever style you choose, whether it's this one, webcam, screen recordings, the whole point is to get them to click. So when they click, it's about their experience now. Going to the preset landing pages, we call these. They're customized landing pages. We call them presets in Dubb terms. It'll have your logo, video you recorded, playlist videos that will run seamlessly right after this video is done. Testimonials, great thing to have in here to play after to complete the experience. One video you can record that works really well for a playlist is a pitch video, minute and a half. Why should someone go with you? Your background, your services, your products, all about you. Minute, I wouldn't go longer than a minute and a half because these videos should always be about the hook that you promised. So you want to get right into it. Wouldn't go longer than a minute. Get in, get out, like a good David Mamet script. Get in late, get out early, and then have them take an action below there. You want them to be demonstrative at the end. I'd like you to click that button below. Wouldn't leave it open for interpretation. Just tell them to do what you want them to do because these are about the hook. Playlist videos are more about education. They have your pitch in video in there you record one time that will always play, and you have your video testimonials. Now, when you told them to take an action, that all happens because of these your call to action buttons, your CTAs. Is it a calendar link? Probably the most important button in sales. It's been popular over the years. Book right into your calendar, but it can also be a link to your website. You can download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide. You can fill out a form. Maybe you want to link to an external form. How about checking out a case study if you have some? Maybe you want someone to leave you a review, email you back. There's a number of choices. If you do have multiple buttons, just put them in order of importance from left to right. Now, the last part right here is reply with video. This is kind of cool. Like if your main CTA is, hey, book a time in my calendar. By the way, you can send me a video back if you'd like. That has happened over the years. But the more important function for reply with video is getting video testimonials. That's something that a lot of Dubb folks have done over the years. So if you do not have video testimonials for your playlist, or you have some over the years, but you want a kind of more convenient for you and the other person way to get them, all you have to do is record a video and then you're going to put the button below it. So I could record a video and say, hey, Ina, listen, thank you so much for using the platform. Excited to have you on board. Would love to share your story. All you have to do is click that reply with video button below. It's not complicated. Record your video, send it back to me, and we'd love to share it. So whatever industry you're in, ask the questions, lead the witness, let them know what do you want them to answer. And then when they send the video back to you, you get a little notification inside the Dubb platform. And then all you do is make it part of the playlist right here. And this is the experience that a lot of people over the years with Dubb have done, and it has worked really, really well. This setup right here. The last part of it right over here is your AI assistant. This is called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. SIA is really good because when people land here, they have questions like we all do. Seems like we all have questions, right? All the time. Things are always changing and evolving. This is where over here to the right, you already have your questions ready to go, your FAQs. They can click on one here. They can interact with the AI back and forth. The important part of SIA here is that it wants to give the answer, but then it wants to keep the momentum going. So notice it gave the answer, but then push for your desired outcome. That's a big part of this. You don't want to sludge it down. You want to keep things moving. Now, this AI is created and educated inside of your Dubb Studio account. So you can create different AIs for different parts of your audience, or you can have one all-knowing one if you'd like to. But it's educated with individual website link pages that you would give it. It would learn the text on those pages. And also, you can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other, or you can do both. And then this AI is ready to help you out and support you and keep things moving forward. Now, with these pages here, these customized landing pages called presets, you want to have different ones for different parts of your audience. This is an important part of this because this is what's worked really well for people over the years. You want to have specific messaging for a specific part of your audience. So if I happen to be in mortgage, right, and I have different kinds of mortgage folks that I work with, different kinds of insurance folks, coaching, consulting clients, different industries, recruitment, employers, candidates, finance, investment, other stuff. If I was in real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expired, residential, commercial, any of those splits, you want to have a different landing page that speaks right to those folks. So when you go from a free trial on the Dubb Studio to a paid account, whether it's Pro or Pro Plus, the team does an optimization setup with you and meets you in Zoom and helps you set all this stuff up. Logos, pages, everything, so you're ready to go. That's a big part of this. And all of this is tracked. So when you do send these things out, did someone open my email? Did they watch my video? If they did, what is the watch percentage? How much of it did they consume? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? All of this is really important so you can follow up in a very, very specific way. So Dubb Studio makes all of this happen right in here. Buttons, landing pages, CRM capability, uploads, automation if you have our Pro Plus program where you can get everything automated. All of it can be done right from within here. Now, we mentioned before about how we got our hooks, right? That was with Dubb Agent. Now, when you're over here in Dubb Agent, this does a lot for you. So if there are things that you're looking to take off your plate, Dubb Agent is what you want to do for that. So I'm going to talk about some basic capabilities here of Dubb Agent and then how it relates to Dubb Studio. So first of all, what can Dubb Agent do here? Email perspective. It can do personalized sending emails. It can also clean up your email. Maybe you got a lot of junk you want to get rid of. It can also find missed sales opportunities in your email. So you can go back and look, and a lot of us probably have that situation, right? Go back and find some stuff in there. You can use very specific industry language if you'd like to, but sales ops worked pretty good when we did that with us. Now, I mentioned before, when Dubb Agent does something, three logical next steps. Really good to get those suggestions. Now, from a lead perspective, because we all want leads, right? This is where we talked about before, ICP, right? Generate a list, a nice targeted search when you're first doing, 5, 10, 20 within that range. Go find me some folks. Here's the description of what I'm looking for. And Dubb Agent has the ability to do this because of the marketplace relationships on the back end and the API connections. Claude can't do this. ChatGPT, they can't go find you leads. Dubb Agent can go find you leads. And in sales, that's what you want. So it finds the folks here. All you have to do is tell Dubb Agent to verify them. So you make sure you have good leads. And then you want to say, add them into my CRM. So with a simple three-step process of describing your ICP, finding the leads, verifying the leads, adding them into your CRM, and guess what? Obviously, Dubb Agent's like, hey, listen, they're in the CRM now. Should we enrich them with some other information? You want to get a sequence going? What do you want to do next? They're all in there. I can do all that. Dubb Agent can also set up routines. So things that you want done on a consistent basis. In this case here, hey, I want a consistent reminder to do my social video and do my ad every day. But this could be a report you want delivered to you. This could be a reminder to check your email, whatever you want it to do. It'll do that routine for you and set it up and get it going. You also can create assets with Dubb Agent. So in this case here, this is a real estate example, but this could be any industry where you're like, hey, listen, I'm going to drop you this link here. I want you to create an asset for me. Okay. Now, in this case, it is a CMA, so it creates it here. And the cool thing here, where things really come together now between Dubb Studio and Dubb Agent, is Dubb Agent just created this nice little CMA. Now I can use Dubb Studio to do a screen recording with the Dubb desktop app right on top of it. And this is what makes it really powerful. Now notice that I can crop around this thing, right? We talked about cropping. I'm putting myself right here. You know what I'm also going to do? When I hit record, I'm going to use the annotations as well. So I'm going to hit record here and it'll be just like this. Look at that number range right there. This is something that I really want to focus on today. And I also want to jump down here to some other stuff as well, because this is a nice laid out doc here. And I want to jump into some addresses here. Let's check out some of these things right here. Leave this one here. The point is, you just created with Dubb Agent in seconds an asset from whatever you provided, whether URL, description, whatever you needed. It created the asset. Then you took Dubb Studio and you recorded right on top of it with a screen recorder. And now you have this video, which is amazing. It's personalized. It's for that person, and you're able to send it. Now, if I saved this video into the Dubb Studio, right? Like I saved it, I'm like, yeah, that's great. I got my video now. Now, what Dubb Agent can do is, I want you to go do this. See how I said go find the video that I recorded? Because I did it. I'm like, hey, go find that video now. So Dubb Agent went and found the video. There it is right there, right? I'm like, you know what? Now that you found it, do me a favor. Send it out. I want you to send it to someone right here. So send it. Okay. So then I'm going to go over to my email and say, you know what? Did it actually do it? I mean, I'm sure it did, but let's just check. So right over here, look at that. It gave it a nice hook in the subject line. It gave it a nice description right here. And then boom, there's the animated preview just like that, able to send. Now I can even ask for the activity reporting on this video if I wanted to say how many clicks, how many watches, and Dubb Agent will provide it for me. If I wanted to record a webcam video, right? Like if I said, hey, I want to record, watch this. I want to record a webcam video. It's going to say something as simple as that. Now, what it's going to provide me is it's going to provide me with the link that I can process and click on and open up to record a video. See this right here? Look, record a webcam video with Dubb. Oh, okay, cool. I can head right to the dashboard, or I can do one of these. I can click right here and boom, just like this. I can go right to that. So Dubb Agent is ready to do the doing to the ultimate max, and it's connected to Dubb Studio so you can do all of these things together. Now, how do we make this happen? How do we communicate with Dubb Agent with all the stuff that we just looked at? How is that even possible? So over here to the left, this is what you're going to notice right here. Integrations. This is where it all begins. So when you click integrations here, what you're going to find is as you scroll down, you're going to notice that there's a list right down here of the most popular ones that you can connect. Gmail, Outlook, we got Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, Google Meet, Calendly, LinkedIn, all kinds of good stuff right down here. YouTube data, right? So whatever you use on a daily basis, just connect it. So in this case here, you definitely want to connect your email to begin because we looked at email, right? You got to connect it. Click connect, whether you have Microsoft Outlook or you have Gmail. Your CRM, what is that? Search for it. All you have to do is type in here the softwares that you use on a daily basis if you don't see it in the list, and then click connect. So Dubb Agent now has access to these things. If you ever can't find what you're looking for right here, all you need to do is go right over to custom integrations. And this is where there'll be things that Dubb Agent has created because they were unable to be found. It was created. How do you create a custom integration? Go right to the chat, main dashboard, Dubb Agent, do me a favor, create a custom integration for XYZ because I don't have it, I can't find it. It's going to show you the work as it's building it out. And then it's going to ask you to provide an API key typically, and then it's created and then you will find it listed under custom integrations. So whether under the main integration hub right here, you find what you're looking for in Connect, or you make it with custom integrations. Now Dubb Agent has access to your calendar, to your CRM, to your email, everything that you use. Now the other part of this is a skill level. So you got to give Dubb Agent some skills here. So that's right over in the left nav on skills. Right up here at the top, you have a general category and you have all the industries laid out right here. Now, what we're doing here is this is like a big switchboard. We're just turning on some switches. And we're turning them on because when we flip the switch, it gives Dubb Agent the green light to go after this in the best possible way with the most talent that it has in the backside. Does it at the most optimal level. So we saw with lead gen that we just looked at that lead generation is important, email verification is important. We want to flip those on. Scroll through here and see what you want to turn on depending on what you're doing. Maybe email writing is really big for you. Maybe you want to come down here and turn on sending mass email campaigns, social writing, testimonial collection. We just talked about that. So from a general perspective, flip on what makes sense. Then go to your specific industry right here. When you click on recruiting, well, maybe I want to turn on the hiring manager intake. Maybe that's really important. How about the interview kit builder? That sounds really important. What about if you're over here in nonprofit? Hey, donor cultivation plan, that's important. An impact report, case for support. Turn on whatever makes sense within your specific industries, and then you're good to go. And it'll have that skill level. So integrations gave it access, skills give it from a general category in your industry, the highest ability to do what you want it to do on a daily or weekly basis. Now, also over here under settings, you're going to find a really important section called company information. This is where you're going to drop in here what you feel is important about what you're doing, company, products, services, whatever you need, branding, logos, links, everything that makes sense, pop it in here so Dubb Agent has access to it. Now, you also can choose the different models of Dubb Agent. So if you have something a little more advanced that you're working on, this task that you wanted to do is a little more complicated, you can pop it up there. The best for description is really nice down here because it gives you an idea of what is the best choice for the different things that you want to do. And you also can see right over here the estimated monthly cost once you get up to a paid plan with Dubb Agent. Now, also at the same time, under routines over here to the left, if you click on routines, this is what I mentioned before. If you want to create a recurring event, you can create those and they will all be listed here. If you wanted something delivered to you or whatever action you wanted to be on repeat, that can be listed under routines. You create a routine, going to the dashboard, telling Dubb Agent to create the routine. If you wanted to create a memory, those are listed right over here to the left. Now, memories can be internal facing or external facing. Maybe you want Dubb Agent to communicate with you in a certain way. Maybe you want it to have a certain way it communicates with your clients or customers. Maybe there's some writing structure that you want in here. Maybe there's specific branding stuff. Whatever it is, create the memory and it will be listed right in here under memories that you can edit and change. And again, that is done right from the dashboard. Hey, Dubb Agent, create this memory for me. Now, you also have the ability to SMS with Dubb Agent, to text with Dubb Agent. So if we go to the little three dot menu right down here at the bottom, you can click to account here. And if you got the free trial on Dubb Agent, the 7-day free trial, 25,000 AI credits, there was a spot to put your number. And if you put it in, it'll already be linked. If you didn't, just put it in here, put +1, and then it will show what's going on right in here. It'll link the number for you. Also, make sure you have Dubb connected, which it'll say it's connected right down here. But once your phone number is connected, then you will have the ability to be able to communicate with Dubb Agent in a very, very powerful way. And the cool thing about this is that you can, when you're out and about, we used this before when we were doing this, but you could just be sitting at your desk, whatever the situation is. You have the ability to start communicating with Dubb Agent in a very real way that feels like you're just communicating with the ability to talk with another human being, which is kind of what this is like in a big way. So I'm going to pull this up here and you can see what this looks like. I want to make sure I can share the cable here because it's all about kind of meeting people, where you are. That's the biggest thing here because a lot of the times when you're doing things, you want to go where the people are. So let's see. Let's go here. Let me find here. Let's go cable, share. Let's see if this shows up. Okay. So this, when you sign up for Dubb Agent, the SMS, it's going to send you a message. I'm going to scroll to the top so you can see what this looks like. So when you're here, the first thing it's going to send you is this. Hey, it's me. How can I help? I saved it in my phone as Dubb Agent, so I'd recommend doing that and have it, saved towards the top. And then you can do some lead gen. We did calendar booking. We did script work. We also, and Dubb Agent responds very quickly. So it's really, really interactive. So when we're coming down here, I'll show you this one here. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. Let's see. I want to show you this one. Close your eyes if that gives you vertigo. So here it is right here. I'm like, hey, create a 30-second script for me, Dubb Agent. Dubb Agent created it and said, again, do you want me to take this further? I can save this to your Dubb Studio scripts. Yes, absolutely do that. And then it gave me the link there. And then what I can do is I can load it into my teleprompter and I can record a video. So it is all so fluid in terms of how it works together, which is pretty amazing, the combination of both of those things. Now, from a dashboard perspective, right back in here, if we're back over here inside of Dubb Agent, right in here in the dashboard, there is a ton of support right over here. So if you do need support, it's right over here to the left, and we got all kinds of it. You can call this number 24/7 to Sophia, our AI coach here, live Zoom training you are in right now, and then you can also access training videos. The team constantly edits these because we have all kinds of updates happening. These have different titles to them. They're shorter, to the point. Whenever you hear us during these trainings say, hey, this is a quick training video on, this means we're going to get this edited and it's great for you to reference later. So whenever you hear us doing that in the meetings there, it's for everyone's benefit. It's really great. And then the last part over here is when you click view documentation, this is a really nice breakdown. We do feature requests all the time. If you have something that's cool, let us know. Training log is a great one. We always say this is the one you should reference because if you missed a meeting or you just want to go back, you can select anyone's here and then it's going to give you a really nice description of what happened, who was there, what was discussed. It's a really nice breakdown. You also can access your FAQs right down here at the bottom. When you select one, it will open up just like it did before when we showed the customer-facing SIA technology with the AI. Same kind of thing opens up over here. You can get your answer, but you can also interact as well. Now, you also have the ability to share Dubb Agent if you'd like to. So right over here under referrals, if you select right here, this is going to bring you into your dashboard here, and there is a link that you can share right down here at the bottom that when someone subscribes to Dubb Agent, you get a 30% one-time payment, and they're a 10% recurring after that. Dubb Studio also has a partner plan. We've had this for years, where if you go over here to the right and scroll down and select Refer and Earn, click Apply Now, it's going to give you a referral link as well. Now with Dubb Studio, we do 30% recurring and we do a 10% additional. So it's a simple two-level ability to do that. Now inside here, when you are in the main dashboard of Dubb Agent, if you have been chatting, telling Dubb Agent to do a bunch of stuff, that's great. What does this look like cost-wise and credit-wise? What is it like? Well, we have very transparent billing. So right over here to the left, if you click billing, 7-day free trial, 25,000 AI credits. If you decide to upgrade, we got a 50 buck entry, $100, $300, all available depending on what your activity level is like and what you want done. So it's very flexible. And down here under usage, you can see the real world stuff that's happening. When you tell it to do something, it will show you what it's requested, and then it will show you the credits and it will show you the cost. So dollars and cents and credits, both worlds that we live in. So you click on one of these and it'll break it down even further for you. You'll probably have a very good idea of what it's going to look like when you get through your free trial and you're ready to upgrade. You'll have an idea of what your monthly is probably going to look like because you'll be using it and you'll be doing these tasks, asking it to do things. You'll see the credits and the dollars and cents, have an idea of what it looks like. We always say when you're doing this in general, the big thing is you really want to focus on nice targeted stuff. You don't want to jump out of the gate and just do a bunch of stuff. You want to make sure you're doing it the right way. Do some nice, slow, smaller, targeted searches. Tasks that are on point. Really kind of get a flow going so you can see what it's like. But the main reason for Dubb Studio and Dubb Agent to be like this is because you have to look at Dubb Agent like it's like another human that you're talking to. It's a person on your team that works for you. It's your friend. Say, listen, I just want you to access these things. I went in Dubb Studio and I made a video. Can you go grab it for me? What is the activity reporting like? How can you write some copy for me and save it into scripts? There's so many things you can do related to Dubb Agent, and that is really going to be the new way in which you end up communicating with a lot of the softwares. Is going to be just talking to it like you talk to someone else, as long as you're very clear about what you're telling it to do, which is a big part of the prompting because, whenever you're trying to describe something to someone, as long as you are being very thorough and clear in terms of what you want, then it makes it easier like it would for a human being if you're trying to understand something. So all of it is from a communication standpoint, a function standpoint, and all of it is all brought together with Dubb Studio and Dubb Agent together. And that's really what it's all about. Okay, so let's see at this time who we got coming in. I believe Ina is here with us. Hello, Ina. Ruben, if you want to be promoted, I can bring you up. Let me bring you up over here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, Ruben, you should be able to jump up, I believe. There you go. What's up, Ruben?
Hello, friends. Let me get myself set up here. Darius, how you doing?
Darius in here? Let's see. Let's see. Is he in here? I don't see him yet. Let's see. The Oracle has not arrived yet, Ruben.
Okay,
The
cool.
Oracle hasn't
So,
landed yet.
all right, let me get myself set up here. I got my mic here. Would love to get some questions from the audience. How are you guys doing? What's going on? How can we support you all?
Let's see. We've got Ruben. Let's see. And here, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Jim, it's funny. We asked for ones if you're new, two if you're returning. Jim put a three, but almost a zero. So we want to change that. So Jim, let's see. Your technical question, you had one. Ruben typically has answers to everything, so he's kind of like he's the other
Ah,
oracle. So Jim, I'm going to turn your mic on in a second, but I also saw that you put in here as well. Let me just scroll down towards the bottom. Can you have a picture in the background with a voice over, but no image? Can you have a picture in the background with a voice but no image? So yeah, you can just turn your camera off if that's the case. Let me come over to you. Let me find you in here, Jim. Jim, where are you? Am I missing Jim? Ina, if you can hear me okay, do you see Jim in the list here? I think he maybe had to jump out because I'm not seeing him. Ruben, do you see him? Jim Hilliard? Okay, we'll have to get back to Jim by email. Looks like he had to jump out. But does anybody else have any questions? Anything on their mind for today? Um, what's going on out there in the crowd? How's it going? Recording videos using Dubb Agent? If anybody wants to share their experience, they're more than welcome to come on stage and talk about it if you'd like. We always love to get feedback in terms of what's being done on your end because it helps the team design and create, which ends up being better tech for everybody. So, Ruben,
yeah, I've got some curriculum talk today.
nice.
So,
CT.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I've got some curriculum talk. Let's see here. Let's just go ahead and check. Albert, would love to get some feedback from you. Is there anything that you are looking to solve here? Thank you for your note, your comment. Appreciate that. Does anyone want to unmute? I mean, we're here to support you guys. We've got curriculum talk. Um, I like this. I'm ready to try. Okay, that's great. What do you want to try? Kiran Kumar, what would you like to try? Would love to know what are your goals? Would you like to unmute?
Yeah, you can, there you go.
Yeah, it got unmuted just now. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I haven't yet tried. I just signed up for the trial, so yeah, I'll try
Okay,
it. And
yeah.
yeah, maybe next time. I think you're doing these meetings every week, right?
We do these meetings every single day. This is a daily
Oh, is it
live
every
training.
day? Okay, okay,
We are the only software company or only AI company where you get to come meet us every single business day, every single weekday,
okay,
and
okay.
you meet the founders of the company. This is us in the flesh. This is not AI. We're all real here. We have a 360 feedback loop. This is one of the things that we pride ourselves on listening to our customers to evolve our product roadmap to adhere to the needs of our user base. And we're so passionate about this, just listening.
Sure.
So, what is your profession? What problem are you trying to solve? What is preventing you from solving that problem? And then based on that, I'd love to give you some specific feedback.
Sure, sure. Okay, thank you. So yeah, one,
Yes.
I'm a loan officer, so I'm in
Okay.
the mortgage industry.
Great.
I've been doing for a couple of years now.
Okay.
One, I've not done a video at all. I'm very, 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 very shy. So I need to try that on the camera. I mean,
Okay.
I can come on the webcam. I don't have it right now, but yeah, I can be, but I'm not recorded any video and posted yet. So that's the challenge. I need to figure out how to do that. I know we
Okay.
have to start at some point,
Yeah.
but that's where I am. So I'm going to give a try and see how it goes and do those
Okay.
things. Yeah, but that's the challenge. But starting is, I've never done one, so that's the challenge I have right now.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I would love to share with you. I first of all, thank you very much for saying what you said because the first step is someone actually saying what problem they're trying to solve. The problem that you're trying to solve is not being sold on video. You're sold on video, I can tell. You understand the value of video. You probably go to YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever channel, and you probably see leaders in your industry, the people that are on the stages and that are writing the books, who are on video. We now know that that's part of our zeitgeist. You know,
Mm.
Tony Robbins is a billionaire, and he's a billionaire because of video. I mean, he has amazing insights, of course, but without video, where would Tony Robbins be? You know, that's how he built that brand. Now, I'm not saying we have to be a billionaire in, where is his island home? Is it Fiji? I can't remember. I'm not saying we need to do that.
Right,
Um,
right,
but what we do need to do is we need to scale. That's our
right.
biggest thing. Scaling is our biggest thing. And my definition, and I want to give you a very specific video tutorial here because I understand your situation. I understand that you're in the lending industry. I understand you understand the value of business. I understand you just have to get into a flow of using videos so that when people see you, they can know you and they can get to a chance to like you and then eventually trust you and to work with you. And the amazing part about this is that this can all occur when you're servicing another client. So they watch a video of you in an email or on social or wherever it is, and they say, "Oh, you know what? I saw him. I want to work. I want to work with him." You know, who is that? Kiran Kumar is someone that I want to work with. So, and that's what I want to give you a video tutorial on. So let me get myself a little set up here. Um, okay, so one of the things that we like to do is we use our continuity camera. This is our continuity camera right here, and this just has a little bit of a higher quality. So, okay, so this Karen Kumar, this video training is dedicated to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, and I would like to, there's some specific things that I want to address in this, which I think is going to change, it's going to change your life if you receive this information. I'm qualified to say this because I used to be terribly video phobic. So let's get into this, okay? This is a video training on how to overcome video phobia. But there's a reason why there's a reason why we need to overcome video phobia, and it's because We're not in the video business, my friends. We're in the money business. Our goal is to not go and be video personalities or video creators or influencers. That's not what our goal is. Our goal is financial independence. Our goal is financial freedom to own the life that we want to own, that we've always wanted to own for ourselves, for our family, for our extended community. Eventually, we want to give back. You know, the three stages of life are you learn, you do, and then you give back. And that some of us are in the doing stage, some of us are in the giving back stage, and of course, some of us are in the learning stage, right? So my goal is to help everyone to become the wealthiest possible person that you can become, the happiest possible person that you can become, so that you can ultimately give back to the community. That's what it's about. That's what makes us feel good. So my question for you, and I'm going to use a little bit of the Socratic method here. So I am going to drive yeses. I want to be very transparent about that.
Sure.
Kiran Kumar, my first question for you is, do you want to make money when you sleep?
Definitely.
Okay, so you want to make money when you sleep. That means you are ready to go from the growth stage to the scale stage. Growth stage means the more inputs that you put in, the more outputs you get out as a result. That means you spend more advertising dollars, you hire more salespeople, you do more social videos, any type of input, you do more of those in an effort to get more money. Scale, on the other hand, is where you don't necessarily put in more inputs, but you get more outputs. My friend, video and AI is the ultimate connector, and it's the
Okay.
ultimate enabler to get scale. Why is that the case? Well, let's start with video. Number one is that video allows people to watch a video of you when you are sleeping or when you are with a client or when you are busy with your family, having that financial independence. Video will allow you to do that because when someone watches a video of you and your face, they get to know you, there's a human. Darius taught us and reminded us today that the most important aspect of video and really communication now is authenticity. People want authentic human beings. There's so much AI slop out there. People don't know what's real or fake. They want authenticity. Darius in our team, he always talks about that. He encapsulates that, okay? One of
Okay.
Darius's videos has 8,000 views on YouTube. 8,000 views he did from a video that probably took him a minute to make. That is a lead magnet. It is a lead generation system. I'm going to share that video in just a moment here, okay?
Okay.
He has figured out a way to create videos, to put them on the internet, and then that becomes lead generation. One of Darius's videos has over 50,000. I think it might actually be up to 60 or 70,000 views.
Over 100 for the
Sorry,
outlook. Over 100.
correction. One of Darius's videos that he recorded has over 100,000 views on YouTube. It probably took him 5 minutes to make this video. We should share that. If someone could share that video, that would be helpful here.
I'm going to pull it up.
I'd love to see the short that you did for 8,000 views and the 100,000 view Outlook video. We're going to show those in a moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Folks, Darius does not want to be a movie star anymore. At one point, I think he did. We all did. We all live in LA. So at some point, we all wanted to be movie stars. But we realized that we were going to be in sales and business and building AI and tech.
Right.
We're not in the business of being movie stars. We're not in the business of being influencers. We're not in the business of being video personalities and spokespeople and all that nonsense. It's not even I don't connect to that. I don't connect to that at all. What I connect to is making money in my sleep. What I connect to is financial independence. What I connect to is leveraging the absolute best mediums that are available to humanity so that I can streamline my process to financial independence. And video and AI is exactly here to do that. So if you want to make money in your sleep, you got to get over the idea of video phobia. Video phobia is a product of lack of repetition. We feel phobic of being on video because we have not repeated it. I'm going to repeat that. The reason why you don't feel comfortable being on video is because you have not recorded 100 videos. There's voices in your head. You don't look good. You don't look right. The wrinkles, the hair, the gray hair, the shirt, the clothes, the laundry behind you. There's 100 reasons why you shouldn't do videos. But let me tell you something. Darius taught us that authenticity is the most important thing. There is a gift here. Our imperfections is what allows us to connect with other human beings. If we try to mitigate and destroy all of our imperfections, the realities, the authenticity of our humanity, guess what? We've also stripped
Okay.
the essence of who we are, the humanity. And now,
Okay.
as a result of that, you're not going to get any videos because you're just going to look AI. Or worse, you're just not going to do any videos at all. There's a
Okay.
famous quote about this. There's a famous quote. The imperfect video that you just put out there is better than
Yeah,
the
no.
perfect video that your competitor did not do. Okay?
Okay.
So I love this saying. The imperfect video that you just put out there is better than the perfect video that your competitor did not do. So imperfection is the path to success. We fail forward. We must fail forward. If you are not taking action, if you are stagnant, and if you are not clicking record, you're just going to end up in the same place. You
Okay.
can't expect to get change unless you get change. Folks, if there is no change, there is no change. If there is no change, there is no change.
Yeah, I got you.
If there is no change, there is no change. We must make a change. AI, video, these are the mediums, you guys. These are the best mediums on the planet. You're in the right place. This is what we built our technology around. This is what we built this community around. We built it around affecting change, using tech, using support, using empathy, using coaching, just like this, to help you guys. Because I guarantee you, whatever you're feeling, we went through it individually. I recall a couple of miles north of where I am, at a place where I used to work, I did not have confidence on video. So I used to go on my lunch breaks and I just used to record videos and I would pretend like I was Gary Vaynerchuk because he was the guy that I was watching, you know? And he's now on the cover of Entrepreneur magazine because he practiced what he preached and he stayed consistent since day one, right? Since his wine club, right? So, you got to get into that repetition of practicing and practicing and practicing. And guess what? Take 100 videos and record them and put them in the trash if you don't want to publish them. Because I guarantee you the 101st video is the video where you're actually going to start to feel confident. You're going to start to feel it, right? One of my, let me take a quick little interlude here. I wrote a book. It's called Click Record. This book has stories in it from probably over 25 people that I interviewed with who changed my life, who went through all sorts of trials and tribulations, who talked about attempted suicide, who talked about death in the family, who talked about terminal illness, who talked about complete, utter financial ruin, bankruptcy. Some of the people that I've interviewed have unfortunately passed away. Some of the people that I've interviewed have completely reinvented themselves. I have learned so much about this and we want to convey this to people. And let me tell you what all those people have in common. All the people in this book that I interviewed that are successful, they all have this one thing in common, that they overcame the phobia of being on video. They realized that their authenticity, their story, their message is what makes them so valuable. And now, as a result, they have that human connection. Know, like, trust. People watch their video, they click on the link, they click on the button below, the call to action, they click on that, and then they book a time in the calendar. And then guess what happens? When someone sees you on video and then they meet you in person, this is one of my favorite parts. It's called the parasocial relationship, okay? We sometimes call it the pedestal effect, in fact, where someone meets with you and they say, wow, Kiran Kumar, it's so nice to meet you. I saw your video, you sent me that Dubb video email. I saw you on YouTube, you did a great video on how to increase your FICO score, to get a better interest rate, to have financial freedom. That was an amazing video. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. Here's my financial situation, and I'd love to work with you. All of a sudden, you're not
Okay.
chasing people out of desperation. You're attracting people and engaging them.
Because the video already builds the trust there. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, thank you so much. That was very, very valuable. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is the sign you've been looking for. You're in the right place. Thank you for joining us. The next piece that I want to talk to you about this, which I promised early in this video, was AI and how AI is the ultimate connector. Okay, so one of the things that I love to do is to make these analogies, right? Like Dubb Studio and Dubb Agent, which is video and AI, they're like peanut butter and jelly. They're like dim sum and soy sauce. They're like paranta and ghee. These are the things that just make sense for us. Okay,
Okay.
they have to work in conjunction, in harmony, in concert with one another. That's one of the things that we love doing. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining us in this
Thank you.
community. It really means a lot to us. Please keep coming back every single day, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We are going to show you how to record videos that build trust that you can give to any person on any aspect of your sales funnel, whether it's at the top, where they're in the consideration phase, or they're in the sort of decision-making phase. Wherever they are, we're going to help you make videos, and then we're going to show you how the Dubb Agent, how AI can now do the work for you. It can do the research on the leads. It can send the leads. It can update your CRM. It can do everything. It can connect the dots. It can bring you back the data and get you more meetings, get you more closes, fill up your calendar with people who can't wait to meet with you. So thank you for being the best part of this community. It really means a lot to us. Thank you for raising your hand. I have a funny feeling that you're going to be one of our success stories, because I can tell that you understand that we're not in the video business. We're not in the
Yeah,
AI
definitely.
business. We are not in the
Yes.
AI business. We are in the financial freedom business.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. We got a couple of good questions in the chat during that as well. Very, very nice. I was going to say also, gentleman that was just here, let's make sure you get your one-on-one as well, because besides the generic stuff that we provide here, we also want to make sure you get your exact one-on-one outside of this, right? So if you need help installing an app, configuring an integration. Sorry, my camera was having a little.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Yeah, we encourage everyone to schedule their one-on-one demo. We are going to send you the link. When we say one-on-one demo, it's not like a sales demo where you meet some salesperson and like, here's why you have to buy our software, and here's all our stuff, and here's our case. It's not like that. We don't like those meetings. I don't like receiving them. We don't like giving them. That's not what your one-on-one demo is. Your one-on-one demo is to demo how we will go and set up an infrastructure for you. We will actually do the work. We will optimize your account. We will show you how to create presets and calls to action specific to your business, your website, your calendar booking link, your lead funnel. We will show you how to train an AI agent to connect with all your integrations, your email, your CRM, your calendar, and then actually go and conduct the work for you. That's what our demos are. It's a demo of, like, yesterday I met with someone and I did a demo. It was a 1 hour long demo. This is what our demos look like. This was a demo that I did. I spent 20 minutes listening to the entire use case of this prospect. The entire use case. I literally drew out their entire business. They liked this note so much that they asked me for a copy of it. And I said, sure, take a photo of it, because I drew out their business. And we want to help you do that. We want to draw out your business. I think Darius has some wisdom for us.
Yeah, yes, right on. Okay, guys, at this time, I was going to say, I mentioned, if you need one-on-one, either the demonstration, like you're not a customer, you have purchased and you're ready to get started about all the cool stuff we're talking about, you can take action immediately and again, get that one-on-one support, or you can still stay tuned here. We're going to answer some questions and go into some specifics. So if you have want to raise a hand or ask an additional question, we always try to go take care of our brand new people first to make sure, they're brand new in the room, so that they, they need some help. So we always like to take care of those folks first. Kumar will make sure you are taken care of, my friend. Anyone else that's new, please drop a comment, a chat, something in here that if you think we can help you, please let us do so. And those the others that you have some existing chats and stuff like that, we're gonna jump into those now. We have, between the introductions and lessons for new people, the existing customer support, and then maybe some bonus curriculum we have time for at the end in these daily sessions. So always worth coming, whether you have really good questions or not, you'll learn something new. All right, so I'm going to start back up at the top. Rich, Rich has a question about automation. And so Rich, I'm going to get into the weeds with that one a little bit. So I'm going to turn your mic on in just 1 second. Actually, Ina, if or Rob, if you could help me find Rich, and Rich, maybe you could raise a hand and turn your mic on if you're still here. But I wanted to just mention Chris's thing really quick because it's a really short answer. And it's something really, really cool that we all have started doing with webcam quality. And it's also related to, I know this isn't Ruben. Is it our buddy what's his Skinner? Is it Jay? Is that Jay again? It says Ruben, but I think it's probably Jay, right? When I use my iPhone, the audio is not clear. So okay, a couple of things, guys. One is the iPhone, Android and Androids can be used as, let me do this. This is the training video. So if you want super crystal clear webcams and maybe don't want to invest in an additional webcam, you already have one right in your pocket. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, both have the ability, just like I'm doing right now, to be used as a webcam. This is an iPhone going to a Mac. Oop, I don't know why it's switched over here. Maybe spotlight for me. There we go. This is an iPhone streaming to a Mac. And yeah, I don't know why it keeps spotlighting to Ruben. Would you guys help me with that? Okay, thank you. So this is an iPhone streaming to a Mac, and then you can see that it's really, really sharp quality, 4K, in fact, which you don't get out of most basic webcams, even webcams built into newer computers. Alternatively, if you're on a PC or you have an Android, there's some software and even some native capabilities on the latest versions, latest operating systems, where you can, again, use your webcam or use your Android, or use your mobile device as your webcam while you're on Zoom or streaming applications. You will need a tripod to hold your phone, and you'll actually be able to use the rear-facing camera, the best camera that you have, because I see yourself in your stream or whatever you're recording on your computer. So it's a powerful way to to elevate all of your recordings from your computer without having to invest in additional webcam-only software. Everyone's got a really powerful webcam right in their pocket. So anyway, that is for our couple of folks there about camera quality. We don't need an extra investment. This is your iPhone, your Android. You can set it up rear-facing camera to get like nice DSLR quality video.
So. Darius, I have never learned how to do excuse me, Android continuity camera or whatever the Android version of that.
It's a software called Droid Cam or different, depending on if you're doing Android.
Could you give us a training on that?
Well, there's specific ones. If you're on PC, if you're on Mac, there's different ones. I don't have that training prepared right now. Yeah, no, I don't have a PC to show, and I don't have an Android ready to show either. But I can definitely have those ones ready in the future.
Okay, so that's a really good future training. How to use, we'll make a note of this, how to use Android on PC or Mac. Awesome.
Yeah, because there's a native one on the latest versions of like Windows 11 and latest versions of Android. There's a native continuity cam. And then there's also Droid Cam and 2 other highly recommended sort of third-party softwares that allow you to stream it natively as well. So
okay. Well, I have a funny feeling that people who own Androids don't own Macs. They probably own PCs.
Right. And so they could use the native one. Yeah.
You just gave it to us. There's a native one there's a native way on PC to use your Android device as the webcam, and then you also mentioned Droid Cam. So that's a great learning.
Right. And if you guys, I'm gonna answer a couple of separate tickets here. Rich, you've been patient, my friend. But I would say if you're interested in that right now, just go to Google or an AI tool or whatever you like to search through and say using Android as webcam on PC. I've done this search a number of times myself. I helped a couple of clients set it up. Going back a couple of years ago, it was Droid Cam. And very most recently, I saw that there was actually something native on the latest operating systems of both devices. So something native available, and always Droid Cam is a backup. So Droid Cam is a third-party application. Okay. And we'll provide a full training on that. I wasn't prepared to show the PC version, but I'll do a nice little clip on that later. All right. So guys, Rich, did we get Rich's mic turned on? Okay, good. We're gonna go into some deep territory here, and I don't want anyone to feel intimidated. Like if you're not building automations, you're not ready for them. I will say that it's the end goal for any business person or any entrepreneur, any salesperson, small business owner. Automation is the thing that is going to transform your life if you don't already have it turned on. So I'm excited to see Rich has some good questions about that. And you don't have to be born knowing how to do automations, right? It's just slowly building your way up to doing them. And if you come here a couple of times a week, you guys will definitely level your way up into really powerful automations for your business. So anyway, let's get into it. Rich, you there, my friend?
Yep.
All right, all right. Okay, so okay, in your own words, go ahead and tell me what do we got? Video tracking on
Well,
some automations. Tell me.
yeah. So when you see that somebody's watched your video,
Yep.
you could send just a generic automation that says, thank you for do whatever and going into it. But if you know that somebody watched it 25%
Yeah.
versus 75 or 85%, their mindset after that watching the video
Yep.
is different. The 25%, I would want my automation to give them more information to convert. If they're 75, 80% in, they either made a choice of, nope, this isn't quite right for me, I don't want it, or they're sitting on the fence scared they need a nudge to
Nope.
go the extra place. That's what I'm
Yes,
trying to
sir.
figure out. Can the
No, I got you. I got you.
can the Dubb
So,
CRM do that?
oh yes, sir. Yes, absolutely, it can, and it can do that with other systems as well, using a tool like Zapier. So we built our same behavioral based triggers 25 50%, how many times that those can operate natively, and I'll show it right now. But before I start the training part of this, I want to quickly describe we have a recurring theme in these sessions, guys, right? The old way versus the new way. And this is a perfect topic to talk about, the old way versus the new way. So this one's going to be unfortunately more than 60 seconds as far in terms of a training video, but I think it's going to be really good. So, okay, here we go. If you've ever wanted to build really powerful automations based on behavior, right? You don't just want to know if they opened or clicked or didn't do something. What if you could follow up with somebody specifically based on whether or not they watched 25%, 50, 75% of a video? That's absolutely possible. And it's possible in a number of ways. And in fact, it's gotten easier than ever before to create these types of really fancy technical automations thanks to the power of AI. So in this video, we're going to cover both the old way and the new way, the easier way to do automations based on behavior, based on specific engagement. And here is exactly how this is going to work. The first way, the old way, there are specific workflows within Dubb, and also these same type of behaviors are supported inside of Zapier. So I'm going to start this workflow and say, if they watch more than X percent, right? 25, 50, etc. We would want a specific workflow based on the different amount of video that they watched. So I always recommend naming workflows something specific. This is where we're going to do video watched. And here you'll see the percentage. So obviously less than, greater than, equal to, if you may need to Google those symbols if you aren't up to speed on your math. And then therefore we would have greater than or less than or equal to 50% or 25% of your watch rate. So this is the actual trigger that's based on if they watch some percentage of a video. Here we'll select one or more videos, right? We can include a list of videos here. So if they watch some percentage of any or more of these videos, therefore the workflow is triggered. Then after that, you could say, I want to send them my specific email that watched more than 25% email. And if they in a different workflow, different percentages, different messages, just like our client Rich asked. Now, this is the old way, guys, and it's limited in that it's based specifically, it's going to send the same message to the same people based on the same triggers. And this was nice, and it's behavior is expected, right? You know what template's going out every time. There's good and bad to this. The bad is that this is very complex. Although I made it look very easy, this is not easy for most people to set up themselves, right? The email templates, the automation themselves, understanding the triggers, knowing what options to pick here. Traditionally, not very easy for most people. Stable, technical, great, but the easy way, the new way. This is what the new way, guys. Instead of that, I'm going to go right over here to ai.dubb.com. And now I'm going to go into my AI tool and I'm going to say, look at my reporting every day. And based on if somebody watches 25 or 50 or 75% of any of my videos, I want you to draft a personalized follow-up for each and every one of those contacts based on the video they watched, based on the email that was connected in my inbox to them, based on whatever information you have personalized for this lead. I want you to write a nice personal video follow or nice personal email follow-up for them based on their video engagement. Thanks. Oh, and put them as drafts in my folder before you send them. Right? And boom, now it's going to clean that whole thing up. And there we go. That prompt is now done. So instead of the old way of, like I just showed you, nice, effective, traditional, has good dashboards, has everything. The new way is, again, 1,000 times easier, right? It can't get easier than that. I just said do it. and it's doing, just knowing what to ask was really all I had to do. And of course, having the foundations here of having your Dubb account connected, having your video tracking already set up, like whatever you're doing, you're using Dubb, you're using a third-party integration. So the foundation is here, and that's what makes this amazing sort of easy use case so possible. Anyway, that is the old way versus the new way of how you can build behavior-based automations. And we can help you with either one. Both have their advantages, both have their disadvantages. And we can help you decide which is right for you. So can't wait to see you in one of these sessions to help you build the next automation that's going to blow up your business. See you in the next video. All right. There you go. So, Rich, of the two, which do you think you prefer to test? The traditional automation methods or AI, or maybe some of both?
Probably some of both. That was my next question, is hooking it up to the AI.
Yes, sir.
Do you go into ai.dubb.com to sign up for that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We go over to ai.dubb.com. And actually, you wouldn't have to go to there directly, because you're, as an existing Dubb customer, you would be able to just go like this from your dubb.com dashboard. Just click right here and go over to agent, and it's gonna automatically create that account for you with the same email that's on your Dubb account, and they're gonna automatically be linked and stuff. So for all existing Dubb users, this is what I'd actually recommend to do. Just click on it here. You don't have to sign up separately. It actually gets a little confusing when people sign up separately, because then there's separate emails and the connection's not automatic. So just hit the drop down.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. And then because you're on the Pro Plus as well, you and I can connect one-on-one outside of this and begin exploring more specific connections in each of these opportunities, right? I do think both. I think that the traditional one's really great for some things. I think that AI is really great for others. And I think that it's ultimately up to our appetite, right? Because we all eventually be nice to just pick up your phone and say, do all this stuff, everything. I don't want to do anything, just like close the deals or whatever, right? I just want to shake the hands and kiss the babies. Let's leave it to that eventually, right? But I still today find there's effective use of both technologies, traditional workflows and automations versus AI stuff. So let's connect.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Keep going here. Rich had a really good one. Chris, I know I just chatted with you a little bit about the webcam. Let's see. Is Chris still here? Chris Campbell? Let's make sure. I think Chris maybe had to run, or did we get Chris? Yeah, Chris is not here anymore. Okay. What else? Just checking if there's anything else I missed in the chat. Oh, it was John Reuben, right? But not Reuben, but are you still here?
I don't know why that happened.
It's so weird. And this time it was John, but I know sometimes it's Skinner, and he comes in as Darius and Rob and Ruben. It's the weirdest thing. I never see. I'm like, I don't know how he does that. He like changes his own Zoom name to one of ours or something by accident. I don't know. But he's not here anymore either. Okay, so right. All right. I just want to make sure. That was not Ruben. Okay. Kumar had to go. Kieran. Okay. Any other questions pressing right now, guys? If anything has arisen in the last couple of minutes while we were training, you can raise a hand, drop something in the chat in the Q&A. Good to see some of you, Bill. Welcome back, my friend. I think you and I have our schedule for Friday. Bill, like AI stuff. Who else? Oh, Mike G. What was that called? Mike, which one? Are we talking about the Droid Cam, the camera connection, or which? Mike, did we get your question answered there? Your mic is on. If you're there, Mike, we can't hear you. I see it's on, but no audio. Just want to make sure I answered your question. I think it was about the camera, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, your mic isn't working for some reason. So yeah, no, I would say if you're, I've read recently. I don't have a PC myself to do it, but I was with a client and we did the search, and it said there's a native option on the latest version, and that was very recently. So if you're on Windows 11 and on a newer Android, Apple. Okay, so Apple and Apple. Sorry, is it? Are you iPhone and Mac, or is it Apple and PC? iPhone. Okay, and then what about computer, Mac or PC? Okay, well then you're good. You don't need anything. So Mike, you got the magic premium setup we all love and try not to lord over Android PC. It's the continuity cam. So that's what we all use here. Ruben, Rob, we all have Macs and iPhones. And so it's a simple matter of, if you want to connect the charging cable, it's very consistent. Otherwise, it's like a Bluetooth thing where if your phone is on the same Wi-Fi and Bluetooth enabled, whatever, and then that's it. Like you'd go to access your webcam on your Mac and you'll notice your iPhone is a camera, as long as you're not holding it in your hand. To make it more consistent, I always just plug it in, because when you plug it in, it's like it becomes immediately available as a continuity camera on Mac and iPhone. So just plug it in and then literally go to select a camera on Dubb, like your desktop app or on Zoom, and you'll see that camera available. And if not, it might need a little tiny bit of troubleshooting, like make sure your Bluetooth is on, disconnect, reconnect to Wi-Fi, some little stuff like that. But it will absolutely work. I have a super older iPhone, several years old. Ruben, what model was that again? It's
I think it was one model before.
Well, I mean, no, it's the little guy though, right? It's the
Oh yeah, that's the SE.
Yeah, so it's I mean, I know it's at least a couple years old. So I know you don't need like the flagship premium 17, 14, nothing like that to do it. I know it works on an older model as well. So, okay, Rich, or Michael, if you're on Pro Plus, you should have a link from me, my friend. I know we've connected. Let me just go check our little thread before. Let me see. Raleigh. Let me get you. I'll look you up right now. Okay, here I'm gonna do a little lookup, Ruben. I don't know if you want to talk about anything or.
Yeah. I've actually got a training that I'd love to do for you all. If there's any specific questions, please put them in the chat. We also have an open mic form, dubb.com/open mic, and this is a really good way to get our attention, feature requests, to specific training, something a little bit more detailed. We're here to support that. So please let us know, dubb.com/open mic.
And Mike G, sorry, Ruben, I'm interrupt you.
Good.
It's the HR solve. Is that right? Your email ending in HR solve. Okay, I'll email you right now, and we'll coordinate there, my friend. So it's coming over. All right,
cool.
Next
step. And then yeah, Darius, I've got a specific training that I can do here.
Let her rip. All right.
So this one's a fun one for me. Let me get myself a little bit set up here. The reason why this next training is really specific to me is because there's a guilt factor that we address here. And the specific guilt factor that we address in this training is this idea of I paid for all these leads, I have all these leads, and I haven't done anything about them. I'm going to prepare my screen here, and I'm going to get into something. If you feel guilt about paying for leads and never doing anything with them, okay? So I'd love to get a 1 in the comments. If you have ever paid for leads and then you did nothing with them, you got busy, you got distracted, something didn't happen, and you were not able to go and service those leads. Maybe it was Facebook. Maybe it was a real estate vendor like sold.com, Zillow, Redfin, Homes. Maybe it was a third-party vendor that would promise you bookings. Maybe it was an industry resource. Maybe it was a conference, a trade show. Have you ever paid for leads and did absolutely nothing with them? I'd love to get that feedback. Sounds like a couple of people have done that. Put 1 in the comments if you have ever paid for leads and did absolutely nothing with them because you got distracted and you got busy. And maybe you didn't have the right infrastructure set up. Okay, so we definitely have some responses on that. All right, so in this video training, I'm going to show you how to use automation to service leads that potentially you forgot to service, that you never had a chance to respond to follow up with. Maybe you went to a third-party vendor, maybe you paid for these leads, maybe you used Facebook or Google or Meta or some third-party application, a conference. The sky's the limit. People in real estate talk about this, people in B2B sales talk about this. It really doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you found yourself in a situation where you've got a stack of leads, maybe a CSV file or an email, or maybe in your CRM, and you have not done anything with them, rest assured, I'm going to show you how we can go and sort of reactivate those leads. But the next thing that I'm going to show you in this video is how you can create the infrastructure to create the automation so that the next time a lead comes in, you can exercise this idea of speed to lead. Speed to lead is one of my favorite things to talk about when it comes to lead generation and sales, because how fast we respond to clients determines the likelihood of converting them. Let me repeat that. The speed at which we respond to our leads determines the likelihood of closing them. If you respond to someone, a cold lead or a warm lead, within 5 minutes, the chances and the likelihood of you closing them and working on them are dramatically higher, probably in the 10x range or more. Just think about it. Have you ever filled out a form somewhere? You were interested, you were hot, you were warm on something, and it was crickets, no one responded, no one was there, and then a week later someone says, hey, I noticed that you filled out this form on our website. You are long gone. You have probably found another solution or forgot about the problem that you have, or both. The point here is that we need to get speed to lead. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen now. So one of our good friends, Natalie Zor, she's actually in real estate, and she has taken the commitment of using video and AI to grow her business, and she's on an amazing path. And watching her grow has been awesome. I had a chance to work with her and give her some coaching, and the thing that we determined is that A, she had some leads that she never serviced, and B, she wants to have an infrastructure so that the next time a lead comes in this case from sold.com, that she can respond to them within the first couple of minutes in near real time. So let's take a look at what that shows here, okay? So what we have built here is a very simple workflow. It is a two-step workflow. If a tag is added to a contact, then it will send them an email. It's that simple. Add a tag, send an email. It's the most rudimentary and basic form of automation, okay? If you open up this template right here, you will see that specific the email that is going out to them. Here's a subject line, meeting with first name, so meeting with Darius, or meeting with you. You is the fallback here. And then it has, in this case, we have not, this is the ability to add a video to the email, which actually we're gonna do in phase 2. So if she wants to add a video, which she's gonna do, she's gonna go ahead and click on this, and then that adds a video to the email. But the simple text-based email looks like this. Hi Darius, thanks for reaching out about selling your home. I'd love to learn more about your situation and see how I can help. Reply to this email with your availability to chat or book a time in my calendar here. And then if you click on this link right here, you better believe that this link is going to open up her calendar so that someone can book a time in her calendar. We set this up in Gmail, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a future video. Okay, this simple automation puts her in the top 1%, maybe even 0.01% of real estate agents. Because how many real estate agents do you know can go and create an automation with a workflow, some steps, maybe a Zapier integration, if you've ever even heard of that? How many real estate agents know how to do that? And I don't blame them. Real estate agents are not supposed to be technical folks. Real estate agents are supposed to be salespeople, okay? They're supposed to help sell real stuff that helps build our estate, real estate. It's in the title. They're good at sales. They're good at relationships. They're good at business. They're not good at setting automations, stuff like this. This is one of the things that we love to help clients to do. It's to set up an automation like this. So what you can do with this automation is two things. Number one, you can go to all the previous leads that you paid for that you had, and you can trigger a simple automation that sends them a near personalized message to every single one, okay? So at least you take care of the investment that you made with your previous leads. And then moving forward, every time that lead comes in, you can set up an automation to automatically send them an email. so that when they fill out the form on that website or in that ad or wherever it may be, maybe a QR code, and they fill out their information, your email, you can also do this with SMS, gets right to their inbox within 30 seconds, maybe less. Now all of a sudden they're like, wow, this person is on it. Some people have some interesting tactics. They delay it by 2 minutes or 1 minute just so that it looks a little bit more authentic. It actually doesn't look automated. That's an option, you know. The point here is speed to lead. The point here is putting yourself in the top 0.01% of sales professionals that have an automation set up. So if you want to have an automation set up, it's very easy to do. All that you have to do is get yourself an account, a paid plan on Dubb.com, and then click on automations in the left, build your email template, which is what the email looks like that you're going to send. It can be text, you can add a email, you can add a video to this, it's up to you, and then set up your workflow, which is basically your individual steps. And guess what? If you need support, come to this training, dubb.com/T as in training, and we will help you build this in real time. We love doing it. It's one of our passions. It's also one of the most effective and efficient things that you can do, automations. So best of luck on your journey, guys. Keep communicating with us and tell us what you want to automate, because chances are there's a way we can do it. One of the things that we're also building on is this idea of AI automation. So I want you to picture in your AI agent, this is my Dubb agent, available at ai.dubb.com. Imagine every time you get a link, imagine the lead, every time you get a lead rather. So every time you get a lead, imagine the lead coming into your Dubb agent. And every time that lead comes into your agent can then process that information. It can research this person, it can research their domain, it can update the CRM, it can draft an email to send them it can send the email to them. It can provide real-time activity reporting. It can do all of these things, all with the power of automation. Folks, you're in the right place. Thanks for being the best part, you guys, really, from the bottom of my heart.
All right. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Michael G, just wanted to make sure you got my message there, buddy. Your HR solve email. I don't know if that's a lot. Yeah, okay. If it's live, you gotta fix that. It bounced. Something's up with that. So if you're aware of it, it's all good. But I just wanted to make sure you got my. I sent to both your emails just in case. So I know you got the one there. Looking forward to connecting with you there, my friend. John Dick, is that really you? Is that Gotcha Works from like way back? Well, I'm just curious if that's a chat or if that's really you. I remember you from long time ago. Anyway, let's see here, guys. Is there any final stuff that anyone wants to ask a question, get support with? Ruben, do you have any more lessons for today?
Yeah, I have a question on how to build a booking page through Gmail. And it is so easy, and nobody knows about this. If you know about the booking page available on Gmail, put one in the comments. Darius, not you. Rob, not you.
Oh, you mean like the Gmail calendar thing? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know.
This is a Calendly replacement.
Yeah,
you don't
people
need
still don't
Calendly.
know about that. Yeah,
Nobody knows about this. I don't know why Gmail didn't promote this.
Yeah, they didn't.
You know, they didn't do a good job promoting this. So, Rich, do you know about the Gmail Google Calendar booking integration?
Yeah, I do everything through Gmail for
Gmail.
booking.
So do you have a public booking page that people can click on and then book a time in your calendar?
Or there's like a link
Yeah.
or a QR code that they can do either
Oh.
one. It opens it up to the calendar, and then they select.
Nice, easy. I don't even know the
So I have
QR code
15
piece.
Yeah, I have a 15-minute discovery call, and then I have, like, when I'm doing my coaching, that's a separate calendar. And so
Beautiful.
the link goes to either one, and you can do a QR code and it'll load up, which if you're doing like an email, I like that better. Or if you're sending a letter out, the QR code is very simple because they're not having to type a bunch of code.
Yeah, no one's going to type on their, then no one's going to look at a link and type the letters, but they'll point their camera at it. That's good.
Yes,
Super cool
that's awesome.
not only aware of it, but actually had set it up fully. But yeah, it's a secret. Not a lot of people know. I remember when it came out a couple years back, I was like, everyone's gonna know about this, and still nobody does.
No, that's awesome. And then did you set those up in calendar.google.com?
Yeah, I actually watched the video that you and Darius had on the Google
Nice.
the thing, and I canceled my Calendly and set it
Beautiful.
up. I've been using
Well,
it
all
for
right.
years.
I got at least one
That's
one. We got
awesome.
at least one person to
That's
benefit from that.
awesome. Let me
Beautiful.
give everyone the tutorial right now on how to do that.
All right.
Um,
Because you called it the Calendly Killer. This is
Sir,
exactly
yeah,
yeah,
this is the
exactly.
Calendly killer, right? Exactly. Shout out to our friends at Calendly. You guys have a great service. We love you guys. This is a specific use case
Right. We
where
didn't build it. Don't come at us, right? We
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so did you know that there's a very easy way directly inside of Google Calendar to create a public booking page? This is the ultimate sort of replacement for one of those services like Calendly or Acuity Scheduler or the HubSpot Scheduler. There's a long list of providers that provide that sort of public booking link option to book a time in your calendar. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you actually how to create this directly in your Google Calendar. And this way you have a public link so that people can click on it and then book a time in your calendar. And shout out to my friend Rich, who actually gave us the idea of adding a QR code so that you can actually take the link and use a QR generator and then actually have a QR code maybe on your business card or on a flyer or on some paperwork, whatever it may be. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So if you go into your Google Calendar, on the left, you are going to notice booking pages. Okay, so this is the section called booking pages. I would love to have someone in the comments let me know if this is available on a free Google Calendar, because this is a paid Google Calendar. So please
I think it was only paid when I checked it out before. You have to have a Google business plan, like the $10, $8, at least the first one, to have access to the calendar feature.
Okay, so this is
Paid
available
basis.
on paid plans of Google. So unfortunately, I can actually even just double check in a second, but paid plans is a requirement for this. And you will notice on the left side, it says booking pages. All you have to do is click on this plus button, and it's going to ask you a quick little questionnaire in here about your availability, your window times, what calendars you are, who are the co-hosts, where do you want to meet with people? Is it a Zoom link? Is it a Google Meet link? Is it your phone number? And then as a result of that, you are going to get a page that looks like this. This is your public Google Calendar page. If you send this link out to people, they will get this link and they will be able to book a time in your calendar. So I want you to think about something for a moment here. If you have a video and you can place a call to action like what you can do in the Dubb Studio, you can have a calendar link directly in your video page so that when you send this video to someone via email, via SMS, via DM, via LinkedIn, whatever it may be, you can direct traffic so that they can book a time with your calendar. And when they click on this link, they are going to get this calendar. It's actually embedded right on the page. So you can embed this right on the page. So to do that, what you have to do is you have to go into your Dubb.com account, go into assets, go into calls to action, and then what you want to do is you want to create a new call to action. Booking calendar. The type is let's do embed web page. And then all you have to do is put that URL right in here. So if you take this URL and you place it right here and you save this, you are going to get a call to action on your videos. Folks, this is a very valuable feature here. It is going to allow you to, I want you to think about this for a second. You know those emails that you've sent probably 100 times? When are you available to talk? And then the person says, well, Tuesdays and Thursdays are good. And then you say, how's 12 o'clock? And then the person says, I've got my kid's soccer practice. And you say, how about this time? And then you sort of go back and forth. It's one of the most inefficient things that we can do in business when it comes to booking a time in our calendar. We don't want to be spending our time doing that. We want to be spending our time meeting with people, having a booking link is going to prevent all that stuff. So this is the sign that you've been looking for to go and set up your booking link and set it up specifically as a call to action in your videos.
Sweet. All right. You got any other lessons you want to drop, Ruben?
You know what? I do want to check one very quick thing here. Just to get, let's get a temperature check from the audience. How's everyone doing? Any questions? Any concerns?
Nothing new. Nothing. Our buddy Mike is booked, so he bounced.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing new right now.
Okay. And then I want to do a quick little editor's note on the last video that I did. The good news is that the calendar booking page in Google Calendar is also available on free plans. This is my free plan, and you'll notice on the left side, I've got my booking page. I click the button, and I can actually add my booking page to my free Google account. So whether you have a paid or a free account, you are going to be able to create a booking page inside of Google. So that's some really good news for you guys.
Cool. So they did allow some kind of, I wonder what the limits, maybe it's like Calendly, and the difference between the free and the paid is the text message reminders. Free versions include email reminders, but if you want the text message reminders, it requires the paid version. So I wonder if that's the difference there.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Look at that. It just saved me $100 a year on Calendly. There you go. Beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, this is one of our, who said that comment?
Greg, our buddy Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Amazing.
Oh, that's awesome, Greg. Thank you for saying that, Greg. Hey, listen, Greg, if you can see my camera, we're just trying to clean up house here. Shout out to Greg for getting me this awesome screen cleaner here. Garden Realty right here. Waterford, Connecticut. If you guys are looking for a home there, buying or selling, talk to our man Greg. Hey, swag works, man.
Right.
Okay, so there's another topic that I wanted to present. How's everyone doing in the audience? Greg, do you need any support, any questions, any concerns? Michael, thanks for the booking information that you booked with the demo. That's awesome. Rich, thanks for your feedback. I've got a really interesting one here. This one's it's personal, it's a little geeky, but it's so valuable. So I'm trying to remember who taught me this. I'm gonna remember who taught me this, and I'm gonna give them a shout out. It might have been the culmination of a lot of readings and a lot of things. Oh, I think I know who it was. It was a venture capitalist who rejected me. Okay, so can you draw your business? I'm going to give you a video tutorial right now on this idea of architecting your business, architecting the go-to-market strategy for your business, the flywheel effect for your business, your entire business from A to Z, from soup to nuts, from the top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel, to people at the beginning of the stages where they're becoming aware of what's going on, to the consideration phase, to the decision-making phase. That's a very famous graphic that we have: awareness, consideration, decision-making. There's these steps that go in to that funnel process. And we've probably heard the term touch points probably over 1,000 times by now, because touch points is how sales works. We have touch points, we have ads, we have retargeting, we have emails, we have phone calls, we have text message, we have emails. The list keeps going. Zoom calls. There's so many touch points that we have. So what I'd like to present to you guys is this idea of drawing your business. This is the drawing of a business. I met with a client and I had a chance to go through every stage of their sales process, to where they go and have advertisements, in this case on Meta, and then they drive traffic to a landing page where they fill out a lead gen form. That email then goes to another system, which goes to another thing, which goes to another thing. And then eventually it ends up in the CRM and they become closed won or closed lost. Okay. By drawing your business, you're going to have the ability to figure out how you can add automations. where you can add workflows, where you can remove inefficiencies from your business. By drawing your business, you can understand that 80% of your efforts come from 20% of your doings. I'm going to repeat that. 80% of your results comes from 20% of your effort. Why not remove the 80% that's not working, that's not doing anything? When you draw your business, you can start to see inefficiencies. Now, one of the things that I love to do when I draw a business is you'll notice that one of the things on this page is a human being. That's my human being graphic. I'm not as good as an artist as Rob, but that represents a human being, okay?
Looks
So when
nice. It's got good shoulders, good round shoulders. Has a nice top of the dome. It looks good.
So when I draw the business and I have human beings, there's two things that I always look for. Number one is there two systems that are connecting to each other? That's the first thing. And the second thing that I look for is there a human being that has to do something in this effort? Because one of the things that we love talking about and love evangelizing is promoting anyone in your business that's doing mundane tasks, that's doing repetitive tasks that AI can now do, and to train them on being a personality, a caller, a closer, a scheduler, picking up the phone, sending customized text messages or emails, getting you more meetings. Because if you're paying someone to do something that AI can do, you're leaving money on the table. It's not the right path. We don't want to see that. So I encourage everyone to go and try to draw your business from every aspect of it, from the very beginning where you touch cold traffic to closed one where they're giving you referrals, they're giving you testimonials. Get on a whiteboard, get on a legal pad, get on a paper napkin at the restaurant next time you go. I don't care what you draw on, draw your business and come back to us and show us your business, because what we would love to do is figure out how can we create some automations? How can we create an agent to help you go and do those things, whether it's generating the leads, drafting emails, sending the emails, updating your CRM, doing the follow-up, providing the booking links, providing the onboarding, asking people for reviews or testimonials. Whatever it is, chances are Dubb Agent can do those for you. So one of the things that I always like to talk about is this idea of, do you have your routines set up? If you go into your Dubb Agent account at ai.dubb.com, if you click on the left side, do you have routines here? Because these routines were all created as a result of figuring out how to remove inefficiencies, how to create more automations, workflows, more scale from drawing our business. So all of these routines are a result of that. And every single day we're growing these. And we're adapting, we're learning. We turn them on, we turn them off, we update them, we iterate them. The Dubb Agent can do all of this for you. If you go ask it to do a routine, I'm going to ask my Dubb Agent, create a routine to check my email every day for opportunities. Maybe someone responded to you. I'm going to ask my agent to go and connect to over 3,000 integrations and to figure out what's working, what's not working. How's my YouTube account? What's going on in my Gmail? Maybe a spreadsheet, Google Analytics, Stripe, 11 Labs, Google Drive. The sky's the limit here. The list keeps going. These are all the integrations that we have set up. Facebook pages. Your routines can replace a lot of human effort. And that way you can focus on closing, on relationship building, on making money, not on doing rote tasks. And I think it's one of the best ways that you can elevate. You can delegate and elevate. Delegate your tasks to now your agent, your Dubb Agent. Delegate some of the human tasks to the human being, and then elevate yourself and then the people around you, so that you can make more money and they can make more money and be less replaceable. So draw your business, my friends. If you can draw your business, you can automate your business, but you have to start with drawing your business. It's one of the most valuable things that you can do. And when you look at that page, you're going to realize how many inefficiencies there are, and how 80% of your effort comes from 20% of your doing. So why not get rid of that inefficient 80%? What do you guys say?
Bye-bye to the 80%.
Yeah, you
Yep.
know?
Very cool.
Um,
Yeah, we used to do a lot of whiteboard stuff, right? A lot of drawing, a lot of visuals.
yeah.
We go probably get back into that. You were looking at a little. You guys have a dry erase
Oh
board.
yeah, we have them.
Yeah,
We use it every day.
yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
I think it's a perfect training for next time too. I answered a couple of questions from Rich. He was inspired by you, Ruben. He got his desktop kind of Yeti podcast mic for at home, and he was asking about the field. And did you guys ever find a Bluetooth mic that actually sounded good? I know I had to return one that I had, like the Bluetooth lapel mic. I have this one. Where my little
yeah.
I have a clip-on lapel. This one was always my go-to. You got that it's Hollyland, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you're happy with the quality.
Oh, this thing is amazing. I mean,
Okay.
let me actually. I want to drop some. I want to give a shout out to this company right here because we have. How many sets have we bought? I think we've bought. There's two right in front of me, and then we've bought another one, and then I've probably.
Why would buying multiple? Don't you just need the one?
Thank you for asking that. Thank you for asking that. I started out on a Lightning, and so that got deprecated, and then
okay,
and then I
cable.
went.
Understood. Yeah.
And then we went to USB-C, and then I think my son lost one, unfortunately.
Oh, that happens.
It happens. And then we bought. I think we bought two for people that we work for with some
Right.
influencers.
Okay, so not through any poor, like the product wasn't poor. You needed to buy four of them. It's
No,
like,
no,
like the Apple AirPods. My daughter ate. I think
Yes.
3 of my wives just mouthed them until they didn't work anymore.
Yes.
Great products, but no fault of their own. They're destroyed. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I want to give you guys a training on this specifically because this is very valuable. If you are recording videos on your phone, you have to have a microphone just like this. This, my friends, is a Bluetooth microphone. Shout out to my friends at Hollyland. This is a great product that they have. This is one of my favorite lapel mics or a Bluetooth microphone, specifically for a couple of reasons. Number one is that if you notice here, there's two transmitters. So I've got a transmitter for Lightning and I've got a transmitter for USB-C. So it does not matter what device I'm using, iPhone or Android. I can go ahead and plug this in, and then I have these lapel microphones right here. I like these mics for two reasons. Number one, because you can use a magnet to actually put it on your shirt just like this. You've probably seen that on social media. Or my favorite way to record a video now, because it sounds so good, is just to hold it right in front of your face. If you hold it, like I always say, like a hang loose away from your face. But if you hold it close to your face, you get this really crisp audio, crisp audio, that effect that you have, that ASMR effect. So I like doing this a lot for my social videos. Sometimes we want to have a locked off shot where it's on a tripod and it looks like this. It's a little bit more professional. Sometimes we want to have a run and gun. It's a selfie. We're holding our phone in one hand and then holding the mic in the other hand. So shout out to our friends at Hollyland. If you go to dubb.com/gear, you will find this microphone. And I definitely recommend getting a microphone like this. You got to get a phone. You got to get a mic like this for your iPhone or your Android. This is the older one that they had, which I think they discontinued. Some people like this, but it's not available anymore. And this had the clip. So the clip was like this. So the clip is nice. I think they discontinued this mic. The one thing that I will share is that when you have the magnet on your pull this out. When you have a magnet on your microphone like this, be careful about not losing that magnet, because this magnet, if it falls off, it's kind of flimsy. It could go down your shirt or below. It becomes a disaster. Just be careful that you hold on to that magnet and keep it really close, because you don't want to lose it. Okay. There's another thing that you get with these microphones, which is the wind blocker, which is like sometimes they call it like the furry cat, which is a little hairball that you would put on this. It looks nice for some people. Some people like the way that looks. It's also valuable if you are outside and there's wind, there's a breeze, and you don't want to have any of that. It's also used as a pop filter. So if you find yourself with these pops, these little audio pops, you might consider putting on that diffuser right there. because that's going to mitigate some of that background noise and some of those pops. So make the investment. Listen, Rob always says it. People will watch a video with mediocre visuals. They won't watch a video with poor audio because you can't make sense of it. It doesn't even make any sense, right?
Ruben, that great point making. No, I mean, I was doing that on purpose. Hopefully, everyone knows that.
We lost
That's
you there,
exactly
Rob.
my point.
Didn't get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
All right. What else we got? What else we got going around? Darius.
Well,
Ruben,
I have Darius. You got something? Because there's something that someone asked me to do, and I have it in front of me.
Oh, a request.
I have two more, but I'm not prepared for today. I gotta
you're
get
good.
my screens and stuff ready. So
You're good. You're good.
You have a request, Ruben?
Yeah, I have a request.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Well, the one of them was guilt to built. Shout out to Seb who edits these videos and puts them on our YouTube channel. The video that I did where I was talking about having leads and not doing anything with them, the vision for that was calling it leads gone cold, guilt to built. because sometimes we have this guilt where we get leads and we don't do anything with them, or we're not speedy enough responding to them. So guilt to built.
Lead to bleed.
Yeah. Yeah. The next one that I have to I really want to do this one. It's unbelievable. I built an entire website with AI. I don't start to I'm not going to say finish because it's a website's never completed. There's a couple of things that I have to work on with this that I have to like make updates to, but I'm just curious, is there anyone in the audience that wants to use AI to build a website? Okay. You're probably not going to be able to you're probably going to have to do a full migration because you can't probably use the existing infrastructure that you have. Like if you have, maybe you could do it on WordPress, maybe. It's not going to be as advanced because WordPress it's been around for almost 30 years now, probably, right? So it's a little bit of a legacy technology. Is there anyone in the audience that is looking to build a website with AI? I'm just very curious. Rich, Rich, do you have a website currently?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay. What did you use to build this website?
One of them was pre-canned, and then I did one in high level, which is I just got lost on it. I mean, it's just horrible. But I've been trying to use AI now through what is it? Through my Google Workspace
Gemini.
account, trying to get ideas for one. That's my major project. That's why I'm asking about the CRMs and stuff because I want to build it right with the CRM integrations. But I need to know what my ideal client is. I need to be able to push the buttons on those so that they react to it.
That's
My business
awesome.
is helping people sell their homes. You have to have a search on there so people can see what's on the market to compare to and stuff. But I'm not driving for buyers yet because I don't have the infrastructure there set up. My infrastructure and follow-ups are totally for the sellers. My website should be putting that message out, and it doesn't. It looks like a generic real estate website.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so if you're talking about search, now search is a whole
IDX. Yeah, it's IDX
that's a
integration.
very robust situation. For that, where's your flag? Who's your broker?
I'm my own brokerage.
Oh, okay. So you have your own brokerage.
Yeah, we don't have IDX right now. Well, I have a knockoff site that is a deep for one of the business has a DBA just for a generic IDX site, but my normal site that everybody looks at when they do rightpricerealestategroup.com, it doesn't have IDX, and I didn't want IDX. I want people to focus on this is what we do, and sign up and get it. But it's horrible.
Can you put your website URL in there? Because I have to be responsible when I give this demo because I have to set expectations. The thing about using AI to build a website, it's going to build you a brochureware. It's going to build you a really nice looking brochure site, great photos, nice simple navigation, a contact form, some photos, some videos, some text explanations. It's going to build you a nice site that's going to look great. Is it going to have robust technology integrations and search and stuff like that? It's not. Unfortunately, it's not. You're gonna spend so much time. You're gonna spend so much time trying to build technology that someone probably already built. In fact, I'm sure if you Google website for real estate agents, I'm sure there's 100 services out there where you pay them 30 or 50 or $100 a month. You populate your information, and then they give you an off-the-shelf website. I've seen those a lot. I mean, I think Keller Williams provides something like that to their real estate
Right,
agents.
but they're very poor though, right? It's like the basic thing, like that's what
Yeah,
I
it's
was
kind of
talking about,
generic,
right?
right?
It's like literally off the shelf that doesn't speak to you. It's not
Yeah,
personalized at all, and then there's
right.
nothing fancy or impressive about it. Is kind of the problem, right? We want to stand out, but then they're like, all right, well, here's a cookie cutter thing for you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I built mine unique, but I followed watch a bunch of YouTube videos on how to build a web page. And
Yeah,
so when you look at I put way too much. It's all cluttered. And I've been trying to figure out how to unclutter. You guys will see it when you see it.
Yeah,
oh, I'm
yeah.
looking at it right
There's a
now.
lot of text. Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so I want to be as valuable as I can to you. Do you have a paid account on Dubb Agent?
not
Yes.
yet, right? Or did you we just
No,
talked about
I
it
have the
today?
51. I'll do the 139 CRM because I want the automations
Ah,
for the
okay.
videos and
That's
all
on
that.
Dub. Yeah, that's on Dub. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, Dubb AI agent. That's the one I got to sign up for.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He mentioned today. I told him to do it from the drop down in his account, and then he could. So he still needs to sign up for it, Ruben. So he doesn't have to
Sign
pay.
up for Pro Plus because there's a whole level of VIP treatment that you get on that. Sign up for Pro Plus, and I'd like to work with you on this. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So what we're looking at here is the good. I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good news is that you did the hardest part. You wrote the copy. That's the good news here. That's what most people can't do and don't do. You've already done that. So if I had my AI agent go and analyze all this information, it's going to crush it. It's going to do such a good job taking this information and repurposing it because you have everything here. You don't need to fill out the form. Like I have everything I need to build you a website, with an agent. So that's the good news. The bad news, which is really not even that bad, is there's a little bit of formatting, some text issues. It's hard to read some of this
Right, yeah, like
text.
the white font on
Yeah,
some white, but it's minor design stuff. I think just cleaning it up, and like you said, the busyness of it.
yeah,
With the small fixes though, all the hard work is done.
yeah. All the hard. You've got your social links in here. So you're at a perfect place to build a brochureware website, to take all this information and to house it in a way that makes sense. Now, okay? So it sounds like you're not active on your blog. So there are some things that you probably want to eliminate, like this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this works. So that's good. Is this a YouTube video? Yeah, you've got a YouTube video. This is great. So nice work. First of all, congratulations on doing this.
Yeah.
You got a phone number right here. So I want to give you a video training on this, on how to build a website with the Dubb agent. I'm going to prepare my screen. I just need a moment to do this. And just a couple of caveats here. Number one is that it's not going to have robust search capabilities. It's not going to have deep integrations with systems. If you want to have search on your website, you just have a link that goes to another third party, like the IDX service. It's gonna have multiple pages, multiple tabs, great imagery, nice, beautiful template. You can decide the template that you want to choose. And then this agent can build that site for you. And the great thing is that you can input this website right here to go and build this site for you based on the look and feel that you'd like. So you just got to find the template and then feed this into it. And then again, if you want to add any sort of robust capabilities, you'd have an external link or an iframe or something like that. So we could work through that. So if you want to have like a very robust website, you should make the investment, spend the 5, 10 grand, whatever it is that a firm was going to cost you to build a custom site, or go to one of those real estate specific website companies. Maybe it's $30 to $100 a month or so. I'm not really sure. Or if you want to do it this way, it's going to cost you $9 a month on Netlify, which is the vendor that we've partnered with, and then credits that you use on Dubb Agent. So let me go ahead and give you the tutorial right now. All right, I'm gonna just take a second here to prepare my screen. Okay, cool. And okay, I got my tabs open and boom, there it is. All right, cool. Let's get into this. Yeah, thanks, Jai. Jai, if you want to build your website with AI, you'll check out this video. All right, cool. Let's go. I'm gonna get into this. If you guys can unmute, if you guys can mute, I'll just do this right now. Okay. Gone are the days where you need to spend a ton of money building your website. Gone are the days where we need to find an agency or a web development company or some sort of a consulting firm and spend thousands of dollars, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars to build our website. The fact of the matter is that by now, websites have become heavily templatized. Most web developers start with some sort of a template. So whether it's on WordPress or whether it's using some sort of a third-party CMS or Wix or Squarespace or GoDaddy or whatever have you, it probably starts with a template. Typically what people do is they type in their industry, like real estate, for example, and then they find a template that they like, and then they emulate that template. The good news is that AI now can build your website, and it can deploy your website and become your website manager. So if you want to make updates, if you want to make updates to the homepage, add certain pages, add a form, add a YouTube video, add photos, update your social links, update your About Us text, add testimonials, whatever it is, AI can now do that job for you. There's a couple of specific things that you're going to need to get. Number one is that you're going to need to get Dubb Agent, available at ai.dubb.com. The second thing that you're going to need is an account on Netlify, Netlify, Netlify. Dubb Agent has a deep integration with Netlify. So this agent can now build your entire site, get your domain set up and ready, and then deploy all of that to your site. And you can use any template that you want. So if you do a quick Google search, and if you type website templates for my industry, like real estate I mentioned before, you can go to Envato, you can go to any of those theme websites. You can find a template that you like, and now you can use the Dubb Agent to go and whip up your site with photos and videos and text and all the good stuff, and then build that site, iterate that site, deploy that site, and then keep it maintained. A lot of folks suffer from this problem where they unfortunately cannot keep their website up to date, right? It's like the last thing that gets updated, right? The clients get the updates, the clients get the latest information, but the website is the last thing to get updated. And that's okay. We understand that. There's probably a form of empathy in there that we want to serve our clients before we serve ourselves, okay? So gone are the days where you're gonna get stuck with all those things. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So the first thing that you will need is to get an account on Dubb Agent. ai.dubb.com is where you go to that. If you click on integrations right here, you want to connect to this company right here. That's the company. Did I misstate it before? Netlify. I think I said Netlify before. It's Netlify. Am I saying that right?
I think it could be pronounced either way. It looks like Netlih. Yeah, Netlih.
So maybe I did say it right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think that's right.
Netlify. Okay, Netlify. Okay, I did say it right. All right. So Netlify is the integration that you're going to want to get. When you integrate Netlify, you're going to be able to go inside of your chat right here. If you click on New Chat, and you're going to be able to ask it to build your site. So one of the things that I did was I decided to build a website for my band. I said, hey, we're never going to go and spend money on building a website. We're never going to hire someone. We're never probably going to sign up for some service. Let me see if I can build a website in like an hour, right? So a very rudimentary, simple site. So if you notice here, what I did was I went through the process of asking Netlify to build my website. And if you notice here, I spent $17 building this website. So just think about that, just to put things into perspective, $17. Remember the days where we had to spend $17,000 or $1,700? Now it's $17. And I wasn't even very efficient at this because I was learning a lot about this integration. So what I asked is I asked for it to make updates, to make some publishes, to add some YouTube videos, to provide some things that I can look at. And then sure enough, it goes and it builds those pages. So it's starting to give me preview links. I'm becoming very happy with what I'm seeing. And then sure enough, it builds the website. So here's what that looks like. So this website right here was built completely with AI. And this is version 1.0. Like, this website needs work. It's imperfect. I only spent an hour doing this, but it got me a really nice title. I'm gonna add a nice background image here, a nice little about page. You can tell this is coming from a template. You can tell this looks modern. It's easy to read the text. There's a section here with some dates. There's some embed options. You can notice here there's some broken links. So this is an imperfect site. I have to go and repair some of these things. And I can do that. The Dubb agent will go and make these integrations. I've got some videos here of some performances here. We have this gallery. I got this idea to add a gallery with some photos. So it's going to add the photos here, and then a contact page, which sends it right to my email. We also have a newsletter form. So this is another way to just capture people's attention. I also have these specific links right here that I can go to these sections on this site. I kind of like having a one-panel site. That's just me. Some people like to have individual pages, but I kind of like having a one-page site just so that people can get the whole experience. And of course, we also have all of our social integrations here as well. All of this was made possible on the Netlify account. It's a very robust platform. If you go into the billing section right here, I think we're spending, I think I mentioned $9 a month. That's how much we're spending right now for this. So it's a very, there it is, $9. So it's a very cost-effective way to have an agent build your website. So one of the things that you can do is, if you have an existing website, or if you have a PDF, or if you have any type of information that is a starting point for a website, this is something that you can do. For example, my friend Rich, he's got a website that he wants to update. You could go into Dubb Agent. You could, after you set up your Netlify integration, you could go into the Dubb Agent and you can say, research this website and let's build a new modern website with this real estate template. So now what I would do is I'd go to the web, real estate website template. I would find some nice templates that I have for myself. I'm a fan of Theme Forest. I like this website. I would find my template right here, live preview, and let's say that this is the template that I like for my real estate business, or whatever business you have. I would take this template, I would go into the Dubb agent, and I would say, use this template. This is the template that I want to use. And what the Dubb agent is going to do is going to understand the template. It's going to read all the copy on this website right here. It's got a nice hero message. It's got some text. It's got some bullets. There's a YouTube video. There's an about section. There's some testimonials. There's some FAQs. There's some contact information. There's some social links. And it is going to go process all of this information, and it is going to create a version 1.0 of your website. It will deploy it if you set up the integration. It will update your site. There's a little bit of domain work that you have to do to transfer your domain, but it's all very possible, and all of your questions could get answered here. So I encourage folks, if you do want to build a website completely with Agentic, use the Dubb agent. It's less than $10 a month, which I think is one of the cheapest domain hosting amounts that I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen anything less than maybe $6. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So $9 a month is the absolute cheapest that you can get. And the best news is that you have an agent now to make those updates for you. In fact, you can even set up a routine. Every time you get a new testimonial, or every time there's an update, an updated FAQ, or a YouTube video, it can actually make the updates to your website with AI. Folks, it's 2026, soon to be 2027, and if we're not using AI to build our website, we're missing out on a lot of opportunities. So I encourage you all to check this out. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'm really curious.
I think this website landing page stuff is really interesting, Ruben, just like for our own people and for everybody, right? Because most all businesses need a website, even small people, they want like at least a landing page, right? We have a Dubb page for that, but I think helping people create these,
Yeah.
more about that, I think is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think we do produce a specific series. Like here's how to produce a seller landing page, a seller based website, a buyer, real estate investor, and just cover a couple different bases there for folks. And that way we can have a nice little template for them.
Yeah.
I think this would be really good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Rich, if you want to do this, let me share my screen here. This, if you did this, there's no commitment on doing this. If you were to say, I want to update my website using Netlify integration, but first I want to see a use this template. If you were to type, I'm gonna send this over to Zoom chat. If you ask Dubb Agent to do this, I want to update my website using Netlify integration, but first I want to see a preview in an HTML file. Here's my site. Use this template. This is a really good way to see the type of site that it would create. I'm just assuming that,
And specifically the prerequisite to that though is to set up Netlify and to have that domain, the Price Right Real Estate on Netlify, right? So it can access it.
well, actually, this is before the integration.
Oh, okay.
So this is just giving you a preview. So one of the things that it's going to do is it's going to give you an HTML file. Just open up that
Oh,
HTML.
so this is just to render the preview then. So
This
we
is
don't
a-
need to do anything to just see what it might look like. Okay, very cool.
Yeah, this will be, what this will do is that this will create an HTML file. It'll be an attachment.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you take the attachment and then you open up that attachment into your browser.
Right.
So this is without doing the integration. That way, before making any commitment, before setting up the integration and transferring everything, you can just see if this is, if you like it. If you don't like it, I understand that, but for me, ease of updates with agent is way more important than how it looks and templates and stuff like that, because we all have outdated websites. It's just a fact of life, Rich, here is, if you want to try that, go ahead and try that and get back to us.
He said, can we help with the integrations?
Yeah. I mean, that's what
And that's what I was going to say. I was like, that's exactly, we do the one-on-ones.
Yes.
And these coachings every day for exactly
Yes.
that. So like, hey, you're like, I'm on a tight budget. I don't want to do the Pro Plus. That I
Yes.
can't do you can come to these sessions and you could hit an open mic or wait till the end here and we could help set up. So we bring you on stage, right? Share your
Yes.
screen and actually set it up with you for you. That's exactly what these sessions are for. And if you're like, hey, no, I'm on the Pro Plus, I'd rather do it at 3 p.m. instead of 12 p.m. We got you covered either way. So yes, sir.
Yeah, no, if you're on like the growth plan and the Pro Plus plan, we want to really give you like the VIP treatment that you deserve. I mean, you're investing in us and we want to invest in you. There would be a requirement to transfer your DNS. I don't want to do that yet. I want to make sure you like what you see first. So that's why I invite you to just do that thing. It's going to give you an HTML file and you can preview it. And because this is so specific, we should meet like just one-on-one. I'll meet you, Rich, and let's just workshop this a little bit. But just my ask is just to go and see what this can do and see if you like what you're seeing.
Rich,
If it doesn't make
do you know how to copy the chat from Zoom? It's kind of tricky. Like you got to highlight it and then click the 3 dots and then copy it, right? I think it doesn't. It's not completely obvious. So just wanted to make sure you saw the a little prompt Ruben shared there in the Zoom chat to throw into. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Try that out. And if it's something that you want to do, it is a shift, but you've got a simple website, and we know that there's some visual updates that need to happen. So I think you're a good candidate, but it's really up to you. You can outsource, you can find someone, you can find an off-the-shelf service, like one of those 50, $100 a month, or you can do this yourself if you want to just spend a Sunday and just workshop it, go back and forth, get some updates, get something that you're proud of, and then just, maintain it on an ongoing basis.
I think there's a big conversation of the before and after to be had here too, Ruben. Like the before of this is paying a lot of money, a lot of headaches, a lot of time, and still having a really subpar website or something. And then now you can spend a fraction of that amount of time and money and resource and still have, a decent website. At least, you won't have the $10,000 whatever premium flagship thing, but you're gonna have something really, really good. And for so much easier. And I think that that's the perfect analogy of the old way versus new way. And yeah, I just want to explore that more for people, like build different examples of sites for folks here and have some templates and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to gauge the demand, Darius, have people expressed an interest to have a website, like a full website builder before?
I think that they just, yes. Yeah. But because I already work with a lot of clients that have done it. Like one of our good buddies, David Steele, he was showing me a nice site he created for his business using AI, and it was like, yeah, okay, this is really cool, but he had to spend a lot of time on it and gone through a lot of learnings, again, just a lot of time, but did it with AI, and I was like, wow, this is so cool, and just to see the agent and again the transition of you spending hours on a computer on a keyboard versus opening your phone and saying, hey, go update my website. Like that is the transformation that is next level for people. Like, hey, go put my like you said, go embed my newest testimonial, go embed my newest just sold. Like, go put it's all you can do that now without hours of figuring it out or hundreds of dollars or a third party and days of waiting. You can just do it with an agent now, and that I think is the biggest unlock for people. Just like everything else we talk about, like when you can do it with a voice with an agent, it makes everything so much more possible. Not everything's that easy yet, right? Like certain things, like you can't make a perfect video with an agent, right? An agent can't make the perfect video of you. You still got to hit record. There's certain things, but other things, very good at. Website seems like one of those.
Yeah. Rich, cool. Let us know what you come up with if you want to kind of fool around with that, and then if you're interested, we'll help you set this up. Jai, do you use AI to build your website?
Jai's still here, maybe. Actually, I don't think Jai's here anymore. Popped in
okay.
a minute.
Cool. All right, I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Rich, we'll talk to you either tomorrow or very soon here, either one-on-one or in this group again. And for everybody else, we appreciate you very much. And we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. All right.